Oh, that's way too close. That is way too close. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, don't forget to tell them to join the Facebook page. Okay, don't forget to tell them to join the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page. Okay, 1, 2, 3, ready?
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Get on in here, man. Y'all have a seat. Yeah, just sit around, like around. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay. Well, I'm glad y'all made it, man. Look, I was just listening to the Galaxy Buds, and I hadn't listened to them for a while. I just hadn't had a use for them, but I put them on today, and they came up with this update. It might be an old update. I don't know, but it's new to me. I've had these for a while. Let me take them out. I've had them for a while. And I don't know what took me so long to review them, but now I'm getting around to it. And I'm so glad I waited, man, because, you know, this update made amazing earbuds that much better. So first I want to talk about the sound and the EQ. In the app is nice, man. The app is nice. In the app, when I first turned on the earbuds and I started listening to them, I did not have the EQ on. It was actually off, and I thought they sounded really good. I was like, man, these things jam. Because I watched all the other reviewers, man. They said they were okay, and you know, some of them said they didn't have any bass. And I'm like, all right, you know, let's just see for myself. So I turned them on. I did not have the app engaged, or I didn't have the EQ engaged, and they sounded amazing. I was like, man, what the hell is wrong with these people? Then I realized it was kind of gray, and I was like, I punched it in the middle and it turned on, and I was like, whoa, it was in the dynamic sound setting. So dynamic is, to me, is the dynamic setting is definitely the best. So I did decide to go over into the bass boosted section. And with the bass boost, it kind of sounded like, yes, you do get more bass, but it kind of clouds up the mids and highs a little bit. It kind of reminds me of what the Sony MDR XB950 N1 does. Like, everything gets more bass. I'm not going to call it muddy, but it's like everything gets more bass because that's all you're focused on. But then there's a soft setting, and then there's a treble setting, and then there's, I think, like a normal or something like that. And the normal and the dynamic settings are actually the best for me. Like I said, the dynamic is probably the best one. As far as that one, man, you get nice clarity and separation between the mids and the highs and the lows. These things do pack some bass. The people that said that these things did not have bass, maybe they didn't have the right ear tips in their ears, or maybe they didn't have them pushed in all the way. If you put the right ear tips, because they give you 3 of them, large, medium, and small. If you put the right ear tips in your ear, push them suckers in, and turn on your music, you're gonna get some thump. And it's just a nice clean bass. AKG has tuned these things, and I think they did a great job. I'm really a fan of the AKG sound mixed up with the Samsung stuff. Maybe it's just me. Maybe all the other reviewers just have different tastes in music. It's possible. It's very possible. Music is subjective, but the sound that comes out of the Galaxy Buds is great. And they do have plenty of bass. Trust me, if you like bass, you will like these headphones. Just put it on the dynamic. Don't put it on the bass setting. Anyways, these are my favorite earbuds simply because they're the most complete earbuds you can buy out there, as far as I know anyways. They've got all kinds of touch controls and features. They've got an app, and just the functionality and comfort and sound, everything's just blended together in this nice little small package. Speaking of small package, build quality is top notch. Look at this little thing. It's just a little capsule. So you can stash this, like if you got on blue jeans, you can stash this in the little tiny pocket that nobody knows what that pocket is for. We finally figured it out in 2019 that little pocket in your jeans is for the Galaxy Buds. I don't know how long blue jeans been around with that little pocket, but that's what it's for. You can put these earbuds in there. But man, the earbuds are nice, man. It's just a nice setup they got here. They're super small. They fit in your ear, and that means they're going to be comfortable, because a lot of earbuds are super big because they want to pack that extra battery in there. And it's just too big and uncomfortable in your ears. Speaking of battery life, these bad boys have a 6-hour battery life with just the earbuds. And I actually let these things sit in the case for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And I'm not sure what they were at when I put them down, but when I put them on today, they were at 95% charge. And I was like, cool. So they don't run down if you just let them sit. I don't know what kind of standby time they got, but they also have wireless charging on the case. And after you've gotten your 1 or 2 charges from the case, you can actually use wireless charging on these things, like with your phone, if you got a Galaxy phone or something like that, or a wireless charging pad. And it says that 15 minutes will get you 1.5 hours worth of charge. That's pretty cool. So as far as charging goes and battery life, No problems there. Now I want to get into some more functionality stuff. Using one earbud. If you take one earbud out of the case and put it in, it's just going to recognize that one earbud. These things pair up. Like if you take them both out, they pair up. They're on automatically. They go in the case. They're off automatically. There's no messing around with nothing. They just work. And that's just the awesome thing. They just freaking work every single time. So anyways, you take one earbud out. It doesn't matter which one it is. It's the left or the right. It's going to pair up with your phone and work like it was two. That means you can take calls on it, and you can use all the functionality and stuff that you got with the touchpad. It just works. I don't know how else to explain it to you. It just freaking works. Now, I did bring up calls. Calls are not the best. They are good. Calls are good. My wife said the call quality was good. It sounded just a little bit muffled though. And I think with the update, it got slightly better with the calls because I could hear clearly. And my wife said it was just slightly muffled. It didn't sound as clear as the phone, but it didn't sound as bad as the last earbuds I reviewed. That's for sure. Now, what I figured out with the calls is if you got them pushed all the way in your ear, that might muffle the phone call quality for your for the other person. But if you just kind of pull them out just a little bit, it kind of makes room for the mics to actually capture sound. So I think that does help when you just kind of adjust them and pull them out just a tiny bit. And that's just the use of one earbud. So if you just want one ear covered up, you're going to be good to go. But you can actually have both earbuds in and still hear your surroundings because that app, oh, that app is nice, man. It's got ambient sound built into the earbuds. Now, before the update, ambient sound only worked if you had it on. You had to turn it on the app, and then you had to turn it off from the app. And then there's a selection where you can have one earbud do like a quick ambient sound, and it wasn't that fast at all. It was like, it took like 2 seconds for it to engage, and it was just too late. Anyways, with the update, gotta update your earbuds, man. With the update, now the way I've got mine programmed is the right earbud is for toggling ambient sound on or off, and the left earbud is for my Google Assistant. Oh man, it was seamless. So this is where my most recent experience with these things comes into play. So I had them in my ears as I was getting into my car to go somewhere because I was doing stuff around the house. Had them in my ears. I had the ambient sound on, right? Because I just like to hear my surroundings. Now the ambient sound works pretty good, but you can't turn them up all the way because as soon as you start turning the music up a little bit, because they're earbuds and they're so in your ear, they do cancel out a lot of noise. So if you got ambient sound on, it's really not going to matter if you crank your music up loud. But if you have your music down low or even off, ambient sound works really well. It's not amped up a lot to where it's annoying. It just pumps a little sound in there. So I had the ambient sound on. I had them in my ear. Then I get into my car. My phone immediately pairs with my car. The music shuts off in my headphones. I got them in my ear still, and I'm driving down the street, and I can hear everything because the ambient sound is on. Now, the ambient sound actually captures a little more on the highs. It doesn't really fool around with the lows too much, but it definitely captures highs. That way you can hear voices and horns and stuff like that, just in case you were doing some fitness in them streets. But when I got to the grocery store, this is another part where the experience really kicks in hard. I get out of the car and the music is stopped. So what do? A single tap just to play the music. Now I'm jamming my music through the grocery store, and then it's time to call my wife. So I went ahead and held this earbud and I told Google to call my wife. Google calls my wife. I start talking. I ask my question. She gets off the phone, and then I double tap to hang up the phone, and then my music starts playing again. Oh man. Look, I know other earbuds probably do this kind of stuff, but do they do it as well? Like, do they do it so seamlessly to the point where it's just like a part of you? That's what these earbuds are like, man. That is the experience I just had with the Galaxy Buds. The seamlessness and the continuity, man, it's second to none. If you got a Samsung phone, you can unlock everything that these things are capable of doing. Yes, you can work out in them and stuff like that because they're, IP whatever rated. But don't be hanging out in the rain and stuff like that and trying to go swimming. They do not have a fitness app connection or anything like the old Galaxy Icon X's did. But if you think about it, that stuff is already built in your phone. If you got a Galaxy Watch, you got it on there too. So it's kind of a redundant thing, and I'm glad they don't have it. That made them smaller. If you don't have a Samsung phone, I don't really know what that experience is like. I ain't trying to live that life. but I would imagine they sound just as good and work just as good. You just don't have some of the features like the, maybe the ambient sound and stuff like that, or maybe the EQ. So I'm not really sure for those of you guys who don't have Samsung phones. But if you are a Samsung phone user, one of the latest Samsung phones, these are a must. These, I don't even know like what else to say about these things. You have to have them. This is the best $130. I paid full price. These are the best $130 you could spend on earbuds. They are just the best overall package as far as true wireless earbuds you can find out there on the market. Other earbuds might be louder. Matter of fact, I just reviewed the Tiamat Titan. They have way more bass and they are way louder than these things, but they don't do everything else as well as the Galaxy Buds here. This is the total package right here. Other earbuds might be louder. They might have more bass. They might have better call quality. They might have longer battery life, but they are not the total package. This right here, this is the total package. Look, I ain't no expert in this kind of stuff, but the Galaxy Buds, this is the truth, man. The total package of earbuds. Samsung did a great job with these, and I'm a happy customer, man. But if y'all had a good time hanging out, make sure you throw those emoji hands up in the comment section, and I'll see y'all at the next one. All right, apparently you had a good time watching this video. Well, today is your lucky day because I done already made a whole bunch of them for you to go back and binge watch. But if you just want to check out the new stuff, you make sure you smash on that subscribe button and tap that little bell. That way you'll know when it's time to come back and open up some new stuff.